all in all, nice little job this morning. Go this way because we're out of the sun. Very bright, very cold, very bright. Today's little job, let's show you. Playing with Unistrut. There's the meatball, shadow meatball. So today's little job is to cut these lengths to go on the roof of the van, and then paint them up in black and white, and then fit them so I can get the awning up. Should be a giggle. So watch it, shall we? Let's have a look. Right, even though the Unistrut is galvanised steel, as soon as you cut it, it exposes marks still underneath, so it has to be painted or coated where it's been cut, scratched, in, you know the drill. So this is the stuff I'm going to be putting on it. Hammerite, straight to rust, melt paint, a couple of coats, that should do it. Awesome sauce. Right, let's get done. So we're just finishing off the last few pieces of insulation on the roof. Please just taping it in with silver tape.
People can moan as much as they like about how messy our tape is, but at the end of the day it's sealing stuff and it's going to do the job and it's going to be covered because
That's
we're
right.
putting another piece of insulation all over this.
Exactly, not today, but yeah. But all the insulation is going to be done because we got our first outing the
Next
Thursday,
weekend.
next weekend, yeah. Well, not this weekend, following weekend.
So it's not pretty, but it does the job because how hot was it in this van today?
25.
25? Oh,
Yeah, it went up to 25 in here.
because I know you told me 25.
And it was only 18 outside.
So it's doing the job.
Yep. Right. Moment of truth. We shall see what we shall see. Well done, dun, dun. Bit of trimming. State of the bed. I'll come round now, show you face side.
The over the bed damage.
You have lovely Fiona.
So have you told them the story about this rubber matting?
Well, we measured the van.
And this rubber matting is meant to give us
Well, about
half a centimetre either side.
no, a bit
gap.
more than that. About 4 centimetres narrower than the van.
Yeah, so we
As it turns out, it covers the entire floor.
So we are pleased about that. So
We-
it's extra work for trimming it, but it means that the floor's all the way up to the.
Yeah, we don't want to trim the front yet because I haven't decided what I'm going to do with this bit behind here. So what we're going to do is we will trim the step and around the step area.
And I don't know whether I'll show this, but I'm just going to do a shout out to my other half because I am very unmotivated about working on things after I've finished work. So if we had my way, we probably wouldn't have even finished insulating yet, but because he's very come on, we've actually got the flooring in, we've almost finished the insulation, we've literally just got under the bed and the garage area
And the doors.
and the doors. But in my head, this was a job for the weekend. The insulation was a job for the weekend. But then I think we had a bit of a panic attack about the fact that we're going away. The weekend
I'd just like to point something out.
What?
So you're wearing different clothes.
I've got a different job. Oh, these are your lounge
They're my
pants.
lounge pants. This is why I have to keep on wearing Spider-Man because she keeps on
I
stealing my
steal his
lounge
lounge
pants. Right, okay, let's crack on with this. I'll get the Stanley blade. And here we have the lovely Fiona cutting a slice of insulation for the roof. Cut me! Yeah, look. Not saying I trust her now, lads, but she's using my snap-on Stanley blade. You know what I mean? Whoa. Let's go in the van, I'll show you what I'm holding it up with. Well, basically we've got a box of these pins. See these pins? They come, right, and they've got like little sticky pads. You pull off the paper off the back, stick it in the ceiling. They've got a little alley spike on it. Stick it up the ceiling, put the insulation on, lock them on with these little washers, and I'll show you now with Fia holding the camera. because we've got one to put out. Showing these spikes attached to the roof.
Okay, so as you can see, Dee has already put up the spikes.
And you get your insulation bolt.
So easy.
That's the wrong side. Right, so we just get 2 more. Oh, keeping that in. We just get 2 more spikes.
My heed. Right, you
can see what we do now. You basically take the back off this. You find an all metal plate up here and just press it to the ceiling. Get another one. Paper off. Press it to the ceiling and you get your dropped piece of insul
that landed on somebody's head.
Somebody landed on Pete's face. You put the edge in up there like that and you just push up, the spikes go through it, and then what you
mind out for sharp bits.
These little metal things that are a bit indented one way, and you literally
chuck them in. Chuck
put
those
it on
bad
the
boys
spike.
Tease it up there. Tease it.
Same with the other one, and then what you do is once that's up there like that,
You have to cut that
that
spike
ain't
in.
gonna move. You get your wire cutters.
Oh, hang on, going over to this one.
You go up as close as you can. You just cut off the spike. Same with that one. Cut off the spike. Same with this one. Cut off the spike.
Spikes be gone.
And then all you got to do is go around it with your silver tape.
Speed.
Right. To show you how easy this is on a sprinter. You get your Unistrut, you put it across the tops, rubber bungs, factory fitted, mark out what ones line up with an hole, little heat gun, switch it on. Now what you do is you get a rib nut tool, some rib nuts, which are these little things right here, and then you get M6 bolts with washers, locking washer on the top. That's an M6 rib nut setup because the holes M6 perfectly. So you get that, leave that there because that's the screw that's going to go in. Get this. Screw that on there a bit, open it up a bit, screw it on there a little bit more, just so you got a bit of a bite, which makes it easier. Insert in the hole, close handle, back it off, screw it in a little bit more, squeeze, back it off, screw in a little bit more, squeeze, a little bit more until you can't do it anymore. That's that. And then unscrew that. And that is a rib nut installed. Okay, that's all the rib nuts in where I'm going to bolt it down. Now what you need to do is get yourself some butyl tape. It's not expensive and it's what the professionals use. Brilliant stuff. So all you do is you get a piece of your butyl tape, cut it off just with a pair of scissors, and then you stick it over that hole. Push down if you have to. And now with that doing its thing, peel off the tape, and then what you do is you get put it to the screwdriver and mark where the bolt hole's going. That's it, that's all you do. So you do that, all of them, and then I'll show you what to do after that. Right, all you do after that is just bolt it on down and you're good to go. Started putting the brackets on now for the awning. Cool, let's see how that goes. Right then, all the messing about. Guess what? We got an awning on. Hell yeah. Woo woo! Right, let's get it out. And here we have Fiona the snail underneath doing the last bit of insulation on the walls under the bed. In hindsight, we did say we should have done this before we put the bed in.
But we just wanted the bed in just in case we were right.
So, I'm going to stick this wire up on the ceiling for now with a bit of gaffer tape out of the way. This one got to run down the side under the bed because it's the socket.
Then you can see today's fashion choice, another pair of these lounge pants. But
Yeah.
I'm colour coordinated today.
And look at me, I'm wearing only falls. Spider-Man's gone, he's in the wash. Right, so the awning's still up. It didn't leak, well, as far as we know, because it's all under this insulation here. But I'll be rectifying that soon. We're going to have to cut these panels out that we put in to fix it. That's all right. It's all doable. We can do that. Not a bother.
You can do that.
I can do that. All right. How do. Right. Last night we had a bit of a torrential downpour. Now when I installed the awning and started to wind it out a bit, there was a bit of a twist on the Unistrut because Bell End here forgot to secure the back of the awning to the van, so it was starting to unbalance the weight and it started to twist the Unistrut. So I wound it back in, left it alone, and I thought, yeah, that's all good. We came out the night after and there was no leak. It was brilliant. I thought, great, we'll get away with that, and then I'll secure the back of it another day. But last night when I was getting out of the van, this headrest here was soaking wet, and I thought, why is that so wet? Didn't think nothing of it. Thought perhaps it got wet when the door was open when we was in here working and the rain come in and hit it. Then last night we had a bit of a torrential downpour, so I thought, oh, and I'll have a look just to make sure that there are no leaks. Now it's hard to tell whether there's a leak because everything's sealed up, as you can see right behind me, all across the top, all sealed up. So it's hard to tell whether there's a leak. And I thought, okay, I'll take down where I've bolted up the Unistrut, you know, up here, to see whether it's leaking in any of the mount holes. But before I could get there, because it was torrential rain last night, this plastic trim down here covers up the main wiring loom that goes across the back door, all the way down to the bottom. Well, I was standing here by the back door like this, right, and I had my hand here on the headrest here, and all of a sudden up here, out of here, water come out like a waterfall down here, and it was hitting the headrest in my hand, and I thought, oh, that's not good. So I ripped all that plastic down, ripped that bit of insulation down that I put up in the corner here. Now this is one of the rib nut holes that I put in, and it was pissing through there because the rib nut had actually come out. And I thought, oh dear. So luckily enough I had some JB Weld which worked, dried it all off, and as quick as I could blocked it all off with JB Weld, and it stopped the leak. So that's not a bother, it just means I've got to rectify it when I come back from the weekend away. Just don't use the awning and it'll be good. So there you go. So one little dilemma, but out of all the building we've done, that ain't bad. That's the first cock up, real major cock up anyway. But everything's fixable. It's a camper van at the end of the day. So I'm happy with that. She's happy with that. Everybody's happy with that. So now all we got to do is leave you lovely people to the next video. And the next video will be us out and about in Spalding with a bunch of people. I'm going to do some more van tours that you can have a look at. So thanks for watching. If you got this far, child farts doing up a camper van. Got to be watching that, and you know, I mean, the cock ups that are going to happen going forward when I'm trying to cut wood. Oh, right, take it. Before I forget, don't forget, if you liked the video, hit that subscribe button, tell your mates, pass us round. You'll get to see loads of footage of Meatball next week because he's out and about with us, which will be cool, barking at other dogs and generally causing us, giving us a headache. But yeah, thanks for watching. Take care. Speak to you all soon.